Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to today's math lesson. Before we begin, please be sure that you have your math workbook and a pencil with you. All right, so we can begin now. Okay, so we are doing our lesson on pictographs today, okay, and how to read them. And we are continuing to work on answers for the essential question of how do I make and read graphs? All right, so let's go to our first math warm-up. And this might be handy for you to have your whiteboard. If you need that, pause and go get that now. Okay, so they would like you to look at let's enlarge this a little bit. Okay. They would like you to take a look at the tally chart below and choose which pictograph or which pictograph shows the data in the tally chart below. All right, so let me make that a little bit bigger. And then if you need to, you can pause the video so you can take a look and choose the one that also shows the same information as the tally chart. And then you can come back and check your answer. Okay, so as you can see here, it is the bottom right one that represents the same information as was given on the tally chart. Okay, so let's look and investigate. All right, so now here is a pictograph, and it's showing our favorite pets. Now, what information could we get out of this, or any pictograph? Tell someone next to you what information could you get from a pictograph? Okay, well, let's ask a question here. And again, this might be where you would like to use your whiteboard. How many people voted for a cat? Write your answer down. You can even put the word cat and then write that. How many people voted for a fish? And which pet received the fewest votes? Okay, so if you are still checking the chart, you can pause and look and then come back for your answers. Okay, so 5 people chose a cat, 4 people voted for a fish, and the pet that received the fewest votes was the fish. There are so many other questions I could ask from this. It's amazing how much we could learn from looking at a pictograph. Okay, so we're going to do some more of that today. All right, so this is where you are going to need your workbook. Okay, so right here, page 500, let me move myself, 527, okay, and pause if you need to, look for that page. And it shows a vegetable stand, okay, and the choices are carrots, peas, and corn. All right, so to complete this chart, they would like you, and again, you can always pause to complete it, but how many people like each vegetable, and they have to put a line here to the right of the pictograph. And then at the bottom, they would like to know how many people were surveyed in all. That's everybody. Okay, so if you'd like to pause and complete that in your book, go right ahead and come back to check the answers. Okay, so here we go. All right, and you can check to see your results against the answers. Okay, turn please when you're ready and go to see and show. The pictures on a pictograph tell how many, okay? And they want to know how many more people ride the bus than walk. Okay, now here is one way that I say you can do this, all right, without even having to do a math sentence, okay? They want to know how many more people ride the bus than walk. Well, what I like to do, here's walk. So I usually like to draw a line right up straight here, okay? So that means right now, in front of this line, to the left of it, is the same number of people as the same number of buses. Look how many more buses there are, okay? 1, 2, 3. So now you know how many more people like to ride the bus. 3 more people would rather ride a bus than walk. And you can just see it right here, okay? So that's one way we can get information. Okay, now let's look. Oh, same thing. Let us look here. All right, now here's a graph, and they would like you to use the graph to answer questions. I will read the question to you, and if you need to, you can pause to complete and write the answer right after the question, okay? First, I always like to look over the chart before I start reading questions. Title, our favorite drinks. Here are the choices: chocolate milk, orange juice, and grape juice, okay? Number 1, how many people were surveyed in all? Pause and put your answer down. Number 2, what drink got the same number of votes as the grape juice? Pause and answer. Number 3, do more people like chocolate milk or orange juice? Pause and write your answer. Okay, and here we go for our solutions right here. Okay? Pause if you need to continue to check or you need to correct an answer. All right, here is a talk math. I'd like you to think about and then explain to someone in your home explain how you read pictographs. What do you look at? What can you find out? Okay, well, you look at pictures, and what do they indicate? That's right, how many votes. And they also indicate what people were voting for and how many like different things. Okay. Okay, on my own, you once again are going to use this graph to answer questions number 4 through 9. Okay, and this is favorite fruit. Perfect for the time of year, spring coming. So you have choices of strawberries, orange, or apples. Once again, I am going to read the questions. You can pause and answer. And then at the end, I will show your responses. Okay, or the correct responses. Number 4, how many people chose strawberries? Number 5, did more people choose oranges or apples? Pause and answer. Number 6, did fewer people choose apples or strawberries? Pause and answer. Okay. There are the answers. Okay. Now for 7, 8, and 9, using the same picture graph, how many more people chose strawberries than oranges? Number 8, how many fewer people chose apples than oranges? I'm sorry, did I misread number 7? It's strawberries and oranges. So if I did, I apologize. And number 9, how many people were surveyed? Okay, pause it and finish. Okay, so here are your responses. How many more people chose strawberries and oranges? And again, if you look, how many more go past? Okay. How many fewer people chose apples? than oranges. Well, here you can count the ones that weren't filled in, and then how many people were surveyed. You can pause if you need to correct your answers. All right, so a little bit of problem solving here. Let's look. DeMarcus is counting sports equipment. He counts 14 pieces of equipment in all. How many jump ropes does he count? Okay, so pause, figure out what he has, and then don't forget to draw in your jump ropes. Pause and solve now. Okay, here's your solution. 5 jump ropes. So here you could just kind of draw some squiggly lines to represent jump ropes. Okay. All right, Tara asked a question about the pictograph. The answer is the swings. What is the question? Well, if you remember, these are usually one of my favorite things.
Mr. Barker, contact the office, Mr. Barker.
Favorite things to answer. Okay. So she asks a question about the pictograph. The answer is the swings. What sort of question would somebody ask that would be the answer is the swings? Okay, I think I hear some of you saying it. Okay, here's the question. What is the favorite playground equipment? Okay, now once again, I always like to try it. Tara asked a question about the pictograph. What is the favorite playground equipment? The answer is the swings. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right, boys and girls, we'll go over this and any other questions you may have. And great job as always, and I will see you in math group.